Hello, everybody. This is Real Men Talk Shit. It actually started right away. That was fucking insane. We got Josh and Void with us this week. How the hell are you guys?
Doing
great.
pretty good.
No complaints.
So, I do want to start off with welcoming Josh. He's here on a trial basis tonight, but as far as we know, everything should be going good. He's going to be joining Real Men Talk Shit, so give him a nice warm welcome whenever you get a chance.
Woo!
Thank him for being here.
I appreciate the invite and the opportunity, guys. Had a good time whenever we had me on here last week.
Yeah, well, I didn't expect it to be back to back, but at least I was trying to have a guest. But the guest finally, oh shit, I just knocked my camera out.
I was about to say, I was like, you turned into a profile picture for a second there.
Yeah, I knocked my fucking.
Oh, and I knocked him out.
Yep, there we go.
There we go. Hey.
I've never seen him leave. I didn't know he could leave.
Yeah,
I
it looked
can
fatal
be.
for a second.
I'm just really shitty at my job, that's all.
Well, I was proud of you. You got it together faster than I did. It happened to me one time, and I had to unplug 10 things from my PC.
Yeah, my PC USB ports go out like fucking nobody's business. So they'll just go out randomly and then shit the bed and then come back. And then shit the bed and then come back. It's the biggest fucking pain in the balls ever. I have to get this fucking 1 minute delay set up so much shorter on fucking Twitch because this whole 1 minute delay is pissing me off.
1 minute delay between appearance of the chat.
No, it actually tells me that I'm live like an hour, a minute after I go live.
Oh, yeah, it does that on my Twitch channel as well.
It's a pain in the balls.
Don't know if that's server side or whatever the 2021 jargon for that is.
It has to be server side. It has to be. So, first off, new socks are the greatest fucking thing in the world. My kids have been taking my socks every single day for some reason. So I was like, fuck it. You guys want to take my socks? I'm just going to buy brand new socks. That way I have new socks instead of you guys asking and taking them and everything else.
I love it when Christmas comes around or like a birthday and you get new socks. That's the greatest feeling.
Expensive socks because I got some big ass feet. Literally, I have to buy the extra large socks that nobody can ever find because I'm a size 14. What the fuck is going on with my camera?
That's a pretty cool logo, though.
Yeah, it's Snap camera.
Snap camera, yeah.
And also my my motto for that is you can never have too many pairs of socks. I actually have a dedicated super stuffed sock drawer where everybody knows that I'm not the relative to complain about getting socks. It's a gift.
Yeah, I have technically my underwear drawer and my sock drawer are both sock drawers. So, I've like doubled
Tiny
up on
corner
sock drawers.
for underwear right there in the pocket.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah,
rest
exactly. And then most of
Straight
it's socks. Yeah, exactly. You gotta be loaded on socks just in case.
Yep,
You
I can
can't
relate. I will say that I'm not used to walking on hardwood floor anymore. Welcome back, Zach. In socks.
Sorry
And I
about that.
recently took a very gnarly spill here in New Orleans because I'm not used to hardwood floors and nice, crispy, fresh socks. And
What the fuck?
What are the socks like in prison?
they give you stock ones that are long socks when you get off the bus that are made
Mhm.
at one of the Unicor, one of the prisons, in there.
Yeah.
And that's the only freshies that you get. Every like 6 months to 1 year, you can change out different parts of uniform for new ones. But if you get in any kind of trouble, like disciplinary report, go to the shoe or whatever, when you get out, you get used ones that they just have running through the laundry system where they don't use soap or bleach or anything unless you pay extra for it secretly to the inmates. So.
Interesting.
And as the chat said, they're at least thick enough and woolly enough to support a fully swinging padlock inside of one. That is a good point. They can't be that badly made.
Good enough to hold a padlock, yeah.
We're doing some square dancing with the cameras here. This is
We
kind of
really
cool,
are.
actually.
Yeah.
Kind of
Every once in a while we move around.
a little
You don't know
techno-y.
what's gonna happen.
Zach jumps in and profile pic, and then, okay, now the other picture.
The Snap
All right.
camera is not exiting, so I can't close my Snap camera. It's not fucking working.
Task manager, perhaps, or would that disconnect us?
No, I can do it. It's just
There's like an Instagram thing or something.
there we go.
There we
Hey,
go.
I got the live camera back. Thank you. Fucking hell.
Finally.
I apologize for
good.
that, boys.
Whoa, you frame me.
You're
Is
good,
that just
man.
me?
It should come back in a second. It's just taking a second. Oh my fucking god. Sorry about the technical difficulties, boys. I'm uninstalling Snap camera literally as we speak because I'm not dealing with that shit ever again.
Good idea.
Needless to say, we're not sponsored by Snap Camera.
No,
Fuck
we are
Snap
not.
camera.
We do not endorse that. You
Fuck,
said
fuck Snap camera.
All right, well, there goes. They were looking at us for next episode, guys, but I think we
Fuck.
might have just burned that bridge.
Yeah, we burned that.
Oh,
What
there
the
goes
fuck?
Zach again. Zach is once again
This is
phased
gonna
out of
be the
existence.
whole episode. Whole episode is gonna be let's going. Ah, he's out.
No.
And just-
I don't
He's
even
back.
fucking
Oh, he's
understand
gone.
why. What the fuck?
That's a nice freeze frame of him there, though. He's like, "Hey, how's it
Hey.
going?"
Good smile.
Hey. Oh, damn. Oh, there it goes again. We're working on it, chat. We're sorry, guys. There we go. All right.
I
back.
literally hit the Elgato
Oh,
cord on my fucking desk and it's fucking cutting out.
Oh, capture card.
oh.
I'm guessing the capture card. Is that what you said, Elgato?
Yeah, I hit the Elgato capture card and all of a sudden it just started cutting out. Good thing we upload the audio anyway, so it's not even like it's a big fucking deal, but it's a pain in
Good
the
point.
balls. I apologize, boys.
We do apologize to the live viewers. Technical difficulties.
It'll get better, I promise. Or it won't. And I'm shit at my job like this.
One of the two. It'll either get better or it'll be better for a little while and then it
It's
won't
the
be
only
better anymore.
options.
Oh, well.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that is, in my opinion, the worst part of actually going to the SHU, the special housing unit, the disciplinary bay, whatever you want to call it, is whenever you get out, they give you ransacked secondhand, fifth hand, 18th hand clothing that is washed in the prison system.
So
that is awful.
what did you go to the shoe for? Have you been to the
Oh,
shoe?
yeah. I went multiple
Okay.
different times. It was typically something stupid. One time I think I mentioned, I don't remember if it was here or not, that I had a rolling paper, if you will.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
You were-
that's
piece
right.
of
You were
brown
talking about
napkin.
that last time.
Another time I just happened to walk into a cell that smelled like smoke. They shook us down. One guy had some tobacco in his pocket and like 4 people went to the hole because the lieutenant ran over and unfortunately, oh man, I can't actually say his name. His name was like a cartoon character.
Lieutenant
And
Dan.
unfortunately, do what?
It's Lieutenant Dan.
No, not that one. This was a lieutenant though, but he had a name similar to a famous cartoon character that was on The Simpsons. And he acted a lot like that character by weird coincidence, but he was super animated and over the top. And I walked into the cell and the dude saw me walk into the cell and comes over and he's like, "Why are there 4 people in that cell right there?" He really sounded like the hunk of cheese off of Family Guy. "Hanker for a hunk of cheese," or whatever. I know it from Family Guy. That was probably an actual pop culture thing, but and immediately shook us all down, starting with me. And all I was doing, the dude asked me to come over to his cell because I was about to go to the chow hall. He just wanted to get his ID. He said, "Come here real quick." I stepped into the cell. It's a 3-man cell. And I walked in for a second. The lieutenant was like, "Why are there so many people in there?" And used that as grounds. Come in there and shake us down. One guy had some cigarettes, and all of us went to the SHU. And I was in there for a good 20 days with the toilet sink. You know, I'm sure you guys are aware of those. It's this toilet sink built together and a bunk bed, and that's about it. Pretty much it. It's pretty lame in there. You go crazy. You got to smell another man pooping. You got to hear another man pooping. You not just smell it.
How long were you in there for?
Man, across my entire 6 years, I probably spent like a total of 10 or 11 months in there on various different. It's not as rare as you might think. At least not at the medium or high securities. Like
That's rough.
They're pretty quick to throw you in there for a while, and then you lose your cell if you move into a nice 2-man cell or something like that, and you get the 9th hand laundry.
And I'm
That's
thinking
gotta be
about just spending 10 or 11 months in the SHU.
That's all told. I mean, it'd be broken up with me going back to the yard,
but
when they would let me. But
even like total, like if it was broken up, that would just do something.
In a way, isn't that kind of what you want also? Like if I had to do 6 months, I'd rather do 6 months solo than 6 months.
You do have a cellmate, but they still call it solitary, you know. But I will say this. There's more to do and keep yourself entertained and not go crazy on the yard, you know. Yeah. But you get a pretty good night's sleep in the SHU. I'm not going to lie. You know, when you're bolted in there and the door's locked and there's nowhere for anybody to go and you're all stuck in there and you got one cellmate that you know is a pretty cool dude. Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly vacation-like, you know, but yeah, you're on the right track. It's definitely not exactly a bad thing always. Sometimes it's a little break, but then you get fucked when you're going back to the yard because they give you the dirty laundry and the bad cell and, you know, and sometimes they make you keep the pink sheets they have dyed specifically for the special housing unit. And then you're tagged and they shake you down more because they know they use that as their system. You know, "Oh, he's been to the hole. He must be a troublemaker." Yeah.
Nice.
You all right there, man? I know that you were going to give us an update here. You.
So shoulder?
On your shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay. So I am now getting injections on my shoulder. They're injecting me weekly in my shoulder and chest to try and get me to be able to move it and have feeling and range of motion and stuff like that. Which sucks ballsack. It didn't help if anything. It made it so that way it was worse. Gave me a migraine. It was a pain in the balls. But So surgery is looking less likely right now, but it kind of depends on if the injections work, which sucks, but it definitely feeds me more time to be able to see if things are going to go well or not.
You know, when we first met, I didn't really want to pry or anything, but did you have like a specific accident or something that happened and I missed it? I didn't really want to.
No, you're good.
Met, you know.
So I developed something called thoracic outlet syndrome because I was working on unloading trucks and stuff like that, which is like a repeated movement injury. Like a lot of baseball players and basketball players develop.
With the rotator cuff, is it?
No, that's tearing your rotator cuff. This is the muscles compress the nerves, veins, and arteries in your neck and chest around your collarbone.
Ooh.
I have all three. So it compressed nerves, veins, and arteries. I lost almost complete blood flow to my arm, and I ended up having to have surgery. I had to have muscles removed from my neck, muscles removed from my chest, and a rib removed from my chest.
Damn, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Just repetitive stress injury from unloading trucks like that.
It was worth $100,000 to have surgery.
Ow.
Yeah.
Not
just to be able to get it functioning again, huh?
Mm-hmm. The surgery itself was $40,000, and they ended up having to pay me out $100,000.
Okay, so that was personal, though. Okay, I thought you were talking about bills accrued. Still, man, are you satisfied with that? Was it worth it, you think?
Would I have the surgery again Yes, I would have the surgery again if I needed to.
You think you're going to make a full recovery eventually, though?
No, I'll never make a full recovery.
Damn, that sucks, man.
I sold the ability to work for $100,000 because I worked too hard trying to get a promotion. And so this comment popped up. No, it's the rib that's underneath my collarbone, not the bottom of my ribs.
Oh my God. The one closer to your collarbone. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, and I was like, man, maybe he's better off.
I already know where that came. That's the Marilyn Manson rumor right there resurfacing on the internet. I recognize that for what it is.
Yeah. Well, he's also a friend. He sits there and hangs out and plays video games with us and everything else. So he's just fucking around. He was hitting on Drifter when Drifter was on here, saying that he was cute and he was gonna have sex with him.
Ooh. And what was Drifter's response to this?
Is it a male or a female? And he has no idea.
Well, I mean, tell him to flip a coin, you know?
You never know these days.
No, you never know. He was asking if he was. No, Josh is married, man. Josh doesn't need to be hit on.
I don't judge, but I'm a 100% heterosexual married man. Yes.
Exactly.
I don't know if y'all know this or not, but since it's already been thrown out there on my Twitch stream plenty, and I'm pretty sure tons of people know about it. My mom is out of the closet and married to a woman, for what it's worth.
My mom was out of the closet when I was born.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't judge. Don't get me wrong, but I personally, no, I don't swing that way. Packard in the chat definitely still hits on me all the time, which is odd because he is also, to the best of my knowledge, a 100% heterosexual male. But I'm not a hater. I don't judge other people or whatever. I'm cool with it. But no, I'm happily married.
I just think it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's still good humor. I don't know if it's humor with Chris though, with that guy in the chat. I don't know. He's kind of weird.
Oh, look, my mom's in the YouTube chat.
Hey there. My mom goes to my Twitch chat.
So
thanks for the support.
Halo Infinite fucking sucks balls. Josh.
Oh yeah, next on the topic list. No, I'm not allowed to have an opinion on this. Actually, I just have to listen to you guys because I still haven't tried it yet.
I want you to
go playing Minecraft. I mean Minecraft.
Have you seen any gameplay?
I saw the trailer when it came out 8 months ago, 10 months ago, whenever that was. That was
what'd you think 8 months ago, 10 months ago?
I was like, okay, cool, but I'll say that my brief opinion on it is that I'm going to have a bad opinion anyways because Halo 3 is perfect to me. It's one of my favorite games of all time. When the next one came out and they had the thing where if I sticky somebody and he can just punch the ground and knock it off of him and the jetpacks and all that, I didn't like that shit. The Call of Duty aspects coming into it.
You didn't like
so all that extra stuff, I've never really been a fan of that. I loved 2. I loved 3. That's about where it stopped with me. Everything they did after that was a little too try hard for me. And I still just enjoy playing a little bit of 3 on, MCC, but I do want to try it. Some people told me they don't think that there's invincibility mode like there was. I hated that. Get a dirty stick from across the map and dude just punches the ground and the sticky grenade comes off. And that's all I know. I'm going to try Infinite, but both of you guys have been like, it's garbage.
It feels like there's no content at all. Like absolutely fucking none.
No, that's not the thing with me. Because it's Halo, it's not known for having like a lot of content. It's not gonna be that. It's gonna be the same guns, the same weapons that we know. But what I'm disappointed in is it doesn't feel. I really didn't like Oddball. Oddball really sucked dick.
Yeah,
in
I
this.
wasn't a
I
big
don't know
Oddball
why.
guy.
No, but like just particularly in this game, this Oddball like sucks major dick, and I don't know why. And I haven't won a game of Oddball.
That's the one
Maybe
with the
that's just
skull
me.
one that we played, right?
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
I
Did
thought
you have
everybody.
fun in that?
I liked that more than Slayer. That was at least there was
Dude,
a point
Slayer
to
is
play the
so
game.
much better. Slayer's so much better. You just kill. That's what
I
I
love
love.
Slayer, Team Deathmatch is where it was at for me.
Yeah, I love
Team
SWAT.
Sniper and
SWAT's my
Driftball.
favorite. And SWAT. I haven't played SWAT yet. I need to try SWAT.
I never cared for SWAT on pretty much any game ever.
Oh,
Believe it or not.
No, that's my thing. I love I love like one tapping heads and just going for headshots.
Getting the headshot.
Yeah.
See, I'm bad at headshots, so with the BR, I get a lot of neck shots. That's why I'm better at. So I was pretty good at Halo 3 in my day. My little brother was better than me, but I was better than everybody that I knew other than him.
Yeah,
it was a game that I put a lot of hours into and a dearly beloved game to me, but I didn't keep up with it after that.
it is so weird going and starting to play online with people that are at least the same skill level as you. You go from being like the biggest fish in the smallest pond that you possibly could ever be into being literally like everybody I play with is good.
Yep. Absolutely.
And you're not even playing with pros. You're just playing with some dude who wants to hang out.
Or in the case of the games back in the day, a 12-year-old camping a corner somewhere that would be dunking on me.
I would love those days back. I'd love Modern Warfare 2 to come back as the main game. That'd be fucking amazing.
It just seems like the internet wouldn't be able to handle it nowadays, man.
One thing that Sparkle Farts brought up in the chat was there's a movement in Siege for removing one-shot headshots. And I believe Macy J has brought that up. He's like one of the biggest YouTubers for making content on Rainbow Six Siege. And I think it would ruin the game completely as someone that is 1,500 hours on that game. But Zach, what do you think? Like as someone that is like new to this game, like what do you think removing one-shot headshots would do to it?
I think they wouldn't remove it. And if they did remove it, they would probably double it.
Yeah, they would make it 2 headshots.
So
I
is that
believe if they made
including
it any more
snipers?
than
They want to completely remove one-shot headshot like kills?
There's
I
2
don't know.
snipers in the game, so I would assume that they both would still be one-shots. There's no reason for them to be. But I think in the grand scheme of things, if they removed one-shot headshots, it would be a change to 2 headshots, and it probably would be from like center chest up, is what I would assume. And that would make it so much.
Would you change like the amount of damage that body shots do too?
I think most games that have multipliers for chest up makes a lot of sense. If you get shot in the heart, it's about the same as getting shot in the head. One takes a few more seconds to die and the other one doesn't.
You got a good point. They're equally fatal, and one's a hot zone in video games and one's not.
Like
Unless
at least
it is in Rainbow Six, and I just don't know it because I haven't played R6 Siege.
In the new Call of Duty, there is chest multipliers and head multipliers.
Yeah.
A lot of games seem to be going that way. I would assume that Rainbow Six is probably going to switch.
I don't think so because it's so unique to Rainbow. Like it's really what made Rainbow Six so unique.
But it's too snappy to be
no
competitive.
no matter what gun you're using, all you need is one headshot. And
that's
so
why I'm saying
every gun is balanced.
Too.
Wait, really? That's how it is now, you're saying?
Every gun is balanced.
A headshot is an auto kill any gun in the game?
Yes.
Interesting.
And no matter like what character, except for like there's like Blackbeard, he has a shield on his gun. So like if you shoot his shield, then you can't hit his head. You got to break his shield first in order to shoot his head.
But shield bastards that cover their head with a shield.
Yeah. But those are the only exceptions. But no matter what, if you hit them in the head, it's a one-shot kill.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's pretty brutal.
So, yeah, like and you can there's a lot of destruction in the game. So like you can destroy and like you can shoot a bullet hole through a wall and you can like hit someone through like 3 walls and like get a one-shot headshot. It's kind of ridiculous. But
that's where the unrealistic part of it comes, and the competitive ideal comes out. If you're going to make it a 2-shot headshot, then it's not connection based. It's less connection based than a single headshot because number one, that's a random spray. Number two, that's a
if you
bad
wanna
connection. Somebody being able to 1-shot headshot through 3 walls. How the hell does that make sense? There would be damage drop off every time it hits a wall.
it would make a lot of guns like useless. I think, just because of how unbalanced that would be. Like the reason 1-shot headshot is so powerful is because there's also really heavy recoil in the game, and so if you don't land that first headshot, then you're kind of fucked on some of the guns. So, like especially some of the SMGs, like the SMG 11. Like SMG 11, if you don't hit that first shot, then you're kind of fucked.
Well, anything high recoil in any game, if you don't hit the first shot before somebody sees you, then you're going to lose that gunfight.
So is the
True.
meta just to get like a fully automatic gun and spray towards head when you see enemy?
Yeah.
No, the meta is based on operators.
It's classes like Overwatch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's just a much
So the
faster
meta wouldn't
game.
be.
they're
okay,
different
okay.
roles. Yeah. I don't think they're gonna do it, because I think it just makes their game so unique, and I think it would ruin it. Maybe they'll try it on the test server, but I doubt that it would. I don't think it'll work. So that's as far as I see it'll get.
So we're getting close to Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving always reminds me that it's almost Christmas time. Nobody knows what to get us dudes for fucking Christmas because everybody wants to do the bland thing and not come up with an idea until the last minute and get you a gift card. What the fuck do you want for Christmas?
What do I want for Christmas?
I'm going to Disney in like a week. I'm pretty happy with that
Nice.
personally. I've never been. I've been to Six Flags and that's about it. But me and my in-laws and my wife and my daughter are going to Disney, and I'm pretty happy about that. As for Christmas, I don't know, man. I'm always happy with either PC parts or instrument stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my wife did this cool thing, and maybe this will give you time, Void, to figure out what the fuck you want.
Thanks.
So we set a limit and said, okay, one thing we want, one thing we need, and something under $40. The something you want can be something no matter what it is. It doesn't have to be physical. It can be tangible. It can be something that the other person does. The something we need can, and I froze my fucking camera again. What the fuck?
You got the excellent picture there. You're like, oh.
I'm talking with my hands and it doesn't fucking work. But so
It's gonna be this big.
Yeah, this one right here. That's going to be the meme shot right there.
why my camera's gone, but it's gone. It'll come back.
Just full-fledged guy. And then he leaves the call again.
Quick, pull your dick out.
Quick, hurry.
So we sat there and came up with ideas. And I'm like, you know what? I just need extra large socks. And I need a webcam. The piece of shit webcam that's not fucking working right now.
Yeah. Might need
Yes.
a new webcam.
Yeah, he needs a webcam for Christmas.
Even though it shows it's on, it's just not connecting for some fucking reason.
You guys, let's add that to the Amazon wish list. Let's get him a webcam.
Let's get Zach a webcam.
Yeah, can we make a donation
Sorry,
goal, Zach?
Oh, we can make a donation goal when I'm actually streaming instead of podcasting, so that way I
That's
can
what
actually thank people.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because I'd feel like a
that's a much
dick
better
if
way.
somebody was sitting there gifting and
Yeeting money,
tipping.
and we're trying to stay on topic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't record this in Streamlabs because of this reason. I wonder if Discord's still open and it keeps trying to take my camera.
Oh, I closed Discord. Yeah, you
I did
gotta
too.
do that. Make sure it's closed, like in the bottom right, and that
Yeah.
you see that little arrow. Yeah,
Yep.
click that, and then Discord, right click.
Click
click
Discord.
Discord.
I don't know what the fuck is going on. They said make sure to clip.
And then he leaves the call again.
Make sure to clip.
Make sure to click. He's just leaving and coming back. To all the people that are just listening with audio in the future, we're having
Yeah,
some issues.
yes.
Look, now he's got a whole different logo up now, Zach.
Oh, and now he's gone.
Like a
Oh,
magic
now he's
trick.
back.
Oh, no, not this time. Not quite.
We're doing the 2-step here.
It's not fucking working, and I don't fucking get it.
That's an OBS logo, I think now.
Yeah, that's so.
Yes, it is.
Yep, I agree with the chat. I say this all the time. It seems like while I was locked up, technology did a big fat 2 steps forward, 3 steps backwards. Just saying.
There we go. And it's actually set to my actual camera. So I hit my fucking HDMI cord that goes from my TV to my fucking PC, and somehow it keeps knocking out my camera. I'm going to move back a little bit just that way I don't shake into wires. ADHD is not my friend right now. So as I was saying, I was like, get me a webcam I'm using. Cheapest 1080p webcam that we could find. And I was like, that's fine. It's actually not that bad quality wise. And then I got a case for my MacBook.
Nice.
Does that like make it drop proof or resistant or something?
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Just easier to carry.
It's just like an OtterBox kind of
That's a good investment there then.
I didn't want my kids to walk up past my desk and get really pissed off and push my MacBook off my desk. Not even that I'm using my MacBook anymore, but
still got a kid prove it.
Yeah. Had a kid proof it, so that way we made sure.
I had this headphone cable, and when my chair broke, like the L piece on my chair broke, and I fell back, and it pulled the cable out, and it like snapped it in half, as you can see.
Nice.
And this is like a $50 cable, and so this is what I want for Christmas. The new
replacement.
One of these cables. Yeah. Just a new
headphone cable
cables.
or XLR cord?
Headphone cable. So I already have the XLR piece right here. So this is for XLR, but I don't have the cable to plug into it.
That's what this mic is right here, XLR. I do have a headset mic, but it kind of sounds like a tin can in a sewer. Just a little bit.
I can't. Our friend Myth is
shipping.
this mic. Yeah, my friend Myth is sending me a fucking brand new mic. He's sending me a Shure SM7B.
Yes.
This is a spark that was sent to me by a viewer, actually. My boy George, he's a voice actor, and
that's awesome.
He didn't like my old
That's
microphone.
A good mic.
Yeah,
that's a good mic though.
Went ahead and he knows his stuff on it. He does it for a living. You know, he has a home studio, and he sent me this with the arm and everything, and the pop filter. Was like, you got to get the right setup here. And I was absolutely blessed to just get this from a guy that was a friend of mine watching the stream.
Exactly.
Yeah, he definitely hooked you up. That's a good mic.
My old streaming mic was caked in a very thick layer of Mountain Dew and vape sauce and all kinds of wonderful things.
How did you do that?
Just from streaming all day on it with no pop filter or anything. And I used to
gotta have a pop filter.
Yeah, I used to just straight. I had my whole little audio interface is a Scarlett
He had a nice
Solo.
little blunt object sitting in front of him that he was spitting on.
Basically, that's pretty much what it was. Yeah, and I had the mic stand not clipped to my desk. It was just a crooked mic stand to right here in front of my face. The mic just sitting right here, and it was just getting caked, covered. Cheeto dust, Dorito dust, Mountain Dew, and vape juice, making a nice fine slime.
Meanwhile, everything else that you do behind your computer and everything else just splatted all over.
Like my keyboard will get like the inside of my keyboard will get dirty. But
yeah, we don't want to get void on keyboards. Let's go to private chat.
No, I'm just saying. I was like, that'll get dirty. But like, I've never gotten my mic dirty. Like I was just looking at my mic and it's a little dusty in some spots. But like that's just because I can't reach those.
And for some reason, it seems like you have sticky keys, but you didn't press shift 5 times.
No, if he fucking poured water in the room across from him, he would be fucking mad.
True.
Why did I get invited into this? What the fuck?
Invited into what?
I'm getting invited to play Call of Duty.
Warranty.
No, if it was extended warranty, I would have 100% did a prank phone call live on the show.
Yeah, I did that on my Twitch chat in Mississippi, which is when I was informed that apparently in Mississippi it was terms of service. But as you told me, Louisiana,
it's a one caller.
One caller consent state to being recorded, huh?
So maybe we can sit here and do some prank phone calls after we get an hour.
Oh man, I was a big fan of crank yankers back in the day.
Void, you'll actually do one this time?
Sure, I'll do one. I just wasn't feeling it the other day. All right,
dude, I had a really good one. Come on now.
I know, but I just.
What do you do it from Discord? How would he do it here on stream?
He just holds it up. Hold up your phone.
your phone.
I don't know if that'll even work for my mic, but because I don't know if my mic will pick up the phone.
I don't know.
Or no, it did, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did.
See,
maybe,
even that
maybe it will.
dealership prank was golden. I went from talking about how I was gay to about how I might have killed somebody to how I wanted to sleep with the girl in the trunk of the car to how we were going to go to the drive-in and have some fun to back to I was questionably gay. And she had no idea what the hell was going on.
All right, I got to be 100% honest with you. My life experiences, some of that I wouldn't have personally gone that far because of my past. I know everything you did was good and legal, but I'm scared. I ain't saying nothing about somebody in the trunk. I'm not saying anything about somebody.
No,
I don't blame
missing.
you. As someone that has been to
Me
who is
personally,
a
I'll go
felon,
under. They'll put me under the prison. Yeah, I'm
Like,
convicted
if you're-
felon for this.
if you're a felon, I don't blame you for being scared of doing prank calls.
I don't mind being edgy
Associated.
now, but I know I'm gonna keep my
no,
ass on
I
one
said
side
that I
of the
was going to
line.
sell their car. That's what I said.
That's fine in
Yeah.
the end, you know. Ultimately,
Ultimately, I didn't even insinuate I had a body. I was just saying I was going to sell their car without them knowing.
okay, fine. You got me.
It wasn't as edgy as
I'm
you
down,
thought.
but I'm staying on one side of the line for sure. I'm definitely not going to say anything about,
Yeah, it's not like you can go to prison for trolling or anything.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely. What's going to happen? The FBI going to come get me and send me away?
Can't say
never
edgy
happened.
humor
Imagine.
online.
Imagine, dude.
I don't know what they would do to me this time. They put me in the damn, what were those medieval things? The stock? Like
Yeah,
you're-
the stock.
They keep me in
Stockade.
that for 2-3 years.
Guillotine you. Cut off one of your toes daily for the
Yep.
next 10 days.
When I caught my violation and I was back in jail, my attorneys came to see me. My public defenders, of course, because, I couldn't get an attorney. And the dude pretty much shook my hand and was like, hey, nice to meet you. I was there when you got sentenced the first time. I'm a fan of your case and all about this. Look, man, you're going to have to get out of this town because this judge hates your guts. And you're probably about to go back to prison for this violation. You got to leave because this dude wants to give you as much time as he can. If you ever get another charge that goes before this guy, he wants you gone. So I was like, getting out of that town, and then I got out of that state, and now I'm down here, and let's not attract the FBI to me here.
That's a smart idea. We won't set you up for those. I was trying to get Void. I told him, I was like, I got a good idea for you. And he's like, one of our other friends would do it on stream, but he wouldn't. I told him to be an adult diaper baby lover when he called up and tried to buy Pampers off somebody, which would be absolutely fucking hilarious.
See, now I can do stuff like that. That's fine. That's just being a creep. That's totally fine, As long as this person doesn't feel like they're potentially threatened or someone else might get threatened, I'm 100% down.
Exactly. I thought that shit would have been hilarious.
That's a good one, man. But what are you talking about? Like you find like a Craigslist, somebody selling diapers or something? I mean,
Yeah. That's what I found was somebody in California selling diapers.
Now the size you got fits grown-ups, right? Like you could do so much with that, man.
Exactly. I thought it
Hey,
was
man,
fucking great.
What size you say they were? 6? That's
Uh,
6 feet or 6, like size 6 like pants, right? Like men's pants. Looking for septuple X.
I need size 48 waistband.
Yeah.
Like something ridiculous.
You got
I told
48
Void.
12s?
I wanted to call 4812.
48.
48 around,
Imagine.
12 down.
Got to have 3 pant legs for my 3 12-inch legs.
Yeah, man, you got one for the special leg, right?
Exactly.
They would never fall for that if I was doing it. I think I'd just lay it on too thick and give it away.
I wanted to call the Westboro Baptist Church and see if they'd marry me and my sister.
Yeah, they probably would. Them of all people, they probably would. As long as it's not your brother. But if it's your sister, they'll be down, I'm sure. But
Exactly. What's
probably
the
not.
inseam
They'll
on
probably
the
have a
diaper?
stroke and tell you you're going to die tomorrow.
Exactly. I thought of so many different prank phone calls. One in the chat was fucking hilarious, but I was like, well, I can't do that because they'll call 911. They told me to
Don't
call
want
up a Walmart and act like my kid kicked a ball on the roof and I got stuck on the roof and I don't know where to get down.
They call the cops, yeah.
Yeah. They'd call the cops and the fire department, and that one's not good. Fucking hilarious. It would
It would
play
be
off really
hilarious,
well.
yes, but that could be civil unrest or,
Yeah.
causing a nuisance, criminal mischief, et cetera, et cetera. I agree. I don't
None
think
of
that's
the
the
fun
one.
shit.
I was a big fan of Friday Night Cranks. I don't know if you guys know that guy. He had one that went viral where he prank called somebody and the woman became convinced it was her son. Did you guys ever see that?
No.
He was doing a goofy video voice, and prank called, and the lady answered the phone and was like, where are you? It's time to come home. And he was like, Mom? And she was like, yeah, where are you? Like this New Jersey style accent. And he was just like, oh my God, this lady thinks that I'm her son. And he said that he got high and couldn't find his clothes and he was in the woods. And this poor woman was about to have a panic attack. And then he turned it all around and was like, no, I'm not Brandon. I'm looking for Brandon. I'm not Brandon. And it was a golden moment in history. And I always wanted to achieve something of that magnitude.
The best one that I've seen was on PK. They were trying to get, I think it was Modern Warfare 3 or Black Ops 2 early. And Kyle called a target. And he ended up coming up with the fact that his son had no fingers on his hands.
Oh yeah.
Yet he had to play the game early.
That's a good one.
He's like,
lie.
ma'am, he
got
has
no
to play the game
toes.
early.
He's got
But he doesn't have any fingers. He doesn't have any toes.
No, they were
They
going to take
replaced
his
his-
toes
they-
off and
to replace his fingers.
replace his fingers.
Oh my God. And this poor person fell for this.
This lady's like, ma'am, sir, I don't know what to tell you. And he's like, what? Sir, this Kmart's not getting any of the games. Why? We don't sell video games here, sir.
Totally wrong store.
No, he just called Kmart, and they just didn't have games in that Kmart.
I mean, he did that. Oh, I was about to say, do Kmart sell games in general, though?
I don't know. Let's see.
Because I thought he
Kmart
intentionally just straight up
still-
called the wrong place.
Is Kmart still around?
Yes.
I thought Kmart
Man, we
was
have
like
huge ones
Blockbuster.
here. Dude, we got a
Yeah,
Target
Kmart
here bigger
still
than the
sells
biggest strip
electronics.
malls in my hometown. A Target. It's like 4-story city block. And it's a Target. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Kmart's thriving.
Yes, Kmart is still around. They offer $5 off every 50 every time you order something.
Ooh.
Mm.
Tickers posted the prank in
Can we
chat
get a
if you want to watch
Kmart
it
sponsor?
later.
We need one.
Yeah.
No, we got Josh now. We're able to get sponsorships.
I'm probably going to kill all the sponsorships, to be honest with you. They're going to be like, I don't want anything to do with that guy.
Oh, he's a felon. Fuck him.
That guy, didn't that guy get like convicted of some terrorism or something? That's always the fun fact whenever I was trying to find a job prior to streaming, trying to explain it on paper.
Oh, I
I'm a
can't
convicted
imagine that.
domestic terrorist, not just a felon. Like I don't just have to check yes on the felon box.
Tickers, that's my favorite. The shut your cock holster.
That's what I
That's
say
my
to people on
favorite prank
Overwatch. That's why I keep getting banned on Overwatch, that exact phrase. Or polisher instead of holster. I will also say that one.
That's fucking great.
I always call it. I also say, if you're not going to 1v1 me, shut your cock polisher or your cock holster. Yeah, something to that effect.
Yep.
And I keep getting banned. And I just got banned again yesterday on my account,
what
called
happens.
banned 8 times. Halo
Well-
era kids weren't meant for Overwatch, I guess.
Nope,
guess
you should
not.
just come play Siege
No,
with
they
us,
actually-
where
they
everybody
really won't.
just uses a whole shit ton of streamer words.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
there's
Streamer
a lot of
words. Those are my
N-words.
favorite. God. Oh, dude, I watched somebody play Crab Game the other day, and I've had my lifetime fill of racial slurs. It was my friend of mine streaming it too, and I can't. My God, in 10 minutes time, he didn't even get to play the game. He just sat there banning people the entire time. I love the guy to death, but he made a lobby on that. Have you guys seen that Crab Game? It's supposed to be a
No, I
remake of
haven't.
Squid Game. Have you heard of it? It's free. It's multiplayer.
Oh,
remake of,
I've seen it.
yeah, and my buddy
Yeah.
named it his Twitch. Started an open lobby and was immediately flooded by 39 people screaming every racial slur on the planet Earth directly into his microphone in front of all his viewers. And his viewers went up a ton. They spiked. He went up to 30 because everybody was rushing in there to see how he reacted to what they were doing. So,
Yeah, just name
Hey.
it twitch.tv.
yeah, it's easy views. And people coming in the chat with a 4-minute-old Twitch account because they keep getting
Yep.
banned. It's great. So, yeah, maybe I shouldn't go on Rainbow Six.
No, you just take off the chat and then you're good.
That's what they always tell me
Regular-
to do in Overwatch. It doesn't help me, sadly.
Well, that's because you're screaming it at people.
I normally, I only really talk the shit when we lose or if they're doing something stupid. They got double shield and a bastion and they're just trying to pirate ship on the point, man. I'm going to probably call them a bitch and get banned, but it is what it is.
I used to do that shit, except I didn't do it when I lost. I did it when I won. Why? Because
Okay.
I want to piss you off to the point where you
I do
need to
it worse
try
when
and
I
do
win.
better.
Yeah, I do it a little bit worse sometimes when I win. If they're really doing some dumb shit or this one DPS was kicking my ass or something, then when I win, I'll definitely drop the easy. And I hate to say it because I'm such like an overall positive guy and I'm so like anti-toxic and all about seeing both sides. When it comes to the Overwatch, man, I get toxic. I was pretty toxic on Halo back in the day, but I don't threaten anybody or any, establishments. I know where the legality is.
I think it's called the stupid llama song or the dumb llama song or something like that. And it's just,
I've heard that.
It's racial. Otherwise, I would completely copy it and just say it. But every single time we won a game in Call of Duty, we would play it. And back in the day, they didn't recycle the lobby. So every single game you're playing against the same fucking people. And in Black Ops 1, we would just sit there and we would go on 50, 60 win streaks. So we're just playing the song every 5 minutes.
Until they got every word memorized. You just tell them y'all going to have this memorized by the time we're done with you.
We're not leaving. You leave.
You're going to have to leave this lobby. This is our lobby.
Exactly. Just stack six gods of people that would drop 6 KDs every single game and just shit on kids.
Would you guys possibly forgive me for like a minute and a half if I go grab a bottle of water from downstairs?
No, that's good, brother. Go ahead. Yeah.
Brought to you by Smart Water.
Exactly. So Void Siege.
Rolled over my headset.
I don't think they're going to make that change.
No,
talk about Siege by
think
Josh
so either.
Guns. That way he doesn't get bored.
No, I love saying like, I love it whenever people trash talk me like mid game and like we're behind and then we bring it back and then we win. And I'm like, I can type like GG get fucked easy like free low, you know,
free low. That's
free
a new
low.
one.
You're easy free low, free elo. Yeah,
yeah, it's a new one.
Yeah, it's popular in Siege.
Are you sure he didn't get carried to that plat?
You
and
tell
just troll
me.
him like wings.
You tell me if I got carried.
No, I'm just saying, troll all of the fucking wings lovers.
Oh, yeah, man, I want to play with wings so bad with that profile picture.
I think he would literally get pissed off and be like, "I'm done."
Yeah, I don't think he'd play with me, but I just want to see like if he'd even notice at first, and then, here should I show the? Do I wait? I don't have the pictures anymore because I wiped my computer.
Nope,
Fuck.
you don't. And
I gotta re-get those photos.
You got to be careful opening that folder too.
No, I don't.
Because you had Wings
Actually.
dick pic there.
No, I put that actually in a separate folder. I did it.
See, that's smart.
Yeah.
Got to make sure you don't flash
thinking
somebody
with this
else's
head.
dick pic on stream.
Yeah. Imagine if I put Wings' dick right behind me.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
That'd be great.
Oh, you don't have Talladega Prison. We can't troll Josh with it.
Yeah. Wait, I think I put it up. Didn't I put it up last week?
You did. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
was just
did.
making the same joke.
Damn.
Just making the same joke because I think it was hilarious.
Yeah,
So-
do not buy the starter edition of Siege. It's just
But
basically like
buy these
there's no
sponsors
reason.
because they're fucking lit. Blue Chew. Many men struggle in the bedroom due to mental health, physical problems, or the want to perform better. With new medicine due to COVID and everybody wanting to get their shit at home, you are now able to get it shipped to you. Shipped to your door. And they take the time to ask you the questions that they need to ask to make sure that you're safe and healthy to do so. So join the rest of us at Real Men Talk Shit. Get veiny with us. The first month is free, boys.
Listen,
Robin
guys,
Hood.
you can get a better cock. There's no reason to not do this. Just get better blood flow, get a better penis.
And get veiny with us.
Get veiny with us.
Subscribe to Blue Chew. Josh is going to join in sponsors and be like, I co-sign everything that was just said.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Don't you co-sign with everything I just said?
Exactly.
Exactly.
100%. Now for real, what happened?
I did sponsors.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Robin Hood.
Absolutely. I approve.
You know,
That's
everyone
best.
from Woody to your grandpa is trading crypto or stocks on Robinhood. Join Robinhood using our link to get the free stocks that you can use as your down payment to the moon. You get a chance to get a stock worth $1 all the way up to $500. And you can come join Real Men Talk Shit and make millions and millions of others using Robinhood right now as their crypto trading application. And also, Moonwalker, fucking CBD, and Delta 8. It's the top of the fucking game. Nobody has topped them yet. Void's trying to find his Moonwalker. He can't find it.
I don't have Moonwalker near me.
But you were trying to find it.
My mom has it. My mom loves the Moonwalker.
Exactly. We're so damn good. Void's mom loves the Moonwalker. So
Exactly.
check out Moonwalker CBD and Delta 8. Make them love us. I think they're the one sponsor that actually knows what the fuck we are. Because they actually have gotten purchases from you guys.
Awesome.
So let's do some Ask Men. What lie do you tell yourself the most often?
I'll do it later.
Yes, I procrastinate a lot.
It's either I'll do it later or I'm okay.
Yeah, probably. I'm good.
Meanwhile, you're that meme who keeps sitting there in the chair when everything's on fire. Yep, I'm okay.
Yep, this is fine. Little mug of
This
coffee.
is fine. Yep.
Oh,
you're getting called out in the chat. Kara's got you.
Shit.
Oh,
my wife got me.
Yep.
I'm busted.
She got you.
That's what I get for being honest.
I'll do it later. No, I really won't. I promise. Take her.
I usually do it later.
Be okay.
Just
I can eat this and be okay. I've been
later.
there. I won't regret these calories. And then I'm at the gym later and I'm doing cardio and I'm like, I shouldn't eat that.
Everything gets weird.
Everything sucks when you're doing cardio.
Everything sucks when you get old and you eat a box of macaroni and cheese and you wonder, is this going to be the day that my metabolism decides to stop?
Is it going to give up today? Does the stomach come on? Hell, I'm 28 and I'm keeping pudge a little bit better than I ever have before. I was warned about that. I was told about 30s when a dude's metabolism starts slowing on down. And it really sucks because I look so 16 and I'm going to have like the dad pooch, but still be looking so young. And it's just going to be weird.
Just do crunches.
It's probably what I need to do. I can still feel my six pack under there from when I skateboarded.
Exactly.
I think you can always feel that because it's still just muscles either way. The problem is, can I get to it? Can I burn off what's there in between, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, you definitely
got to cut.
I have a skateboard. I need to get back into it. That shit is great exercise. I think they say it's like the second best
too.
fat trimming exercise after swimming as far as like
Interesting.
most muscles utilized, you know?
Mhm.
Like,
Who the
especially
fuck
me because
wants
I
to
had
go
bad
swimming?
skateboarding style and I threw my arms into my tricks a lot. So I was jumping and all day, you know, throwing my arms up and pretty much just getting a wacky workout nonstop. And now
What's
I'm out
the
of shape
weirdest
myself.
bone break that you ever did?
When I used to skate at my grandparents' house, man, I failed 7th grade and got sent to go live with my grandparents for a year. And I went to Catholic school. They're not even Catholic, but it's a very prestigious school. They were trying to get me on the right track, you know, to repeat 7th grade down there. And I was the only skater. I was from the big city up north, Oxford, Mississippi, which is just Ole Miss. For Mississippi, it's the big city. Natchez is a small, hick, redneck town, historic and beautiful from pre-Civil War mansions and stuff, you know, antebellum homes, beautiful. But I skated by myself, man, and I had to pretty much build my own skate stuff, my little box and my rail. And I used to bail learning tail slides and break my finger, but not like just from the digit. Maybe it's dislocated, not broken, but my finger used to like point that way, even though it was, you know, I'd be holding my hand like this and my fingers would just be sticking sideways because where I screwed up when I was trying to learn a trick and I'd catch myself and it would just tweak straight sideways. I thought I fractured my arm very severely doing that one time because I realized that my arm does this, but it turns out I built up this muscle playing guitar and I'm just skinny. But I got a weird curvy dip in my arm right there. I thought it was a broken arm.
Mine goes up.
Yeah, see, everybody has that muscle right there. It just kind of defines itself in different ways depending on what you do. I found that out because I thought that was a horrifically broken bone when I turned it to look at it, and I was like, "Oh God, what happened?" But it's just a weird.
Wow, you
forearm.
still can see the dip in my arm.
Yeah. I mean, it's everybody's. You know.
No, like I broke this arm so bad it was in a U. It went down like this.
Oh, what'd you get no, that's not a compound fracture, huh? That's when it pokes through the skin.
Yeah, I got a green stick fracture.
Oh.
So the bone just went like this,
liquefied in the middle,
and just turned.
What'd you do to do that, man? How the hell?
Tell the story.
Yeah, please.
So I was riding down a hill that was like this, and then I went down a turn, and then went down another hill, and we were all racing and having fun, and the kids with the scooters were kicking everybody's asses that were on skateboards because scooters are just faster,
superior.
Yeah,
they got better
gel
bearings.
wheels instead of
big wheels,
rubber
too.
wheels. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I get down the first hill and I curved the corner perfectly, and the fucking kid passes me. and I went to push again, just see if I could get it to go. And my fucking wheel, the center of my truck, hit a fucking rock, and I just went ass over tea kettles.
Yep.
And I stopped myself just like you. Done. And it turned my arm into a U. So now is the fun part of this story. So I walk over to before I could walk over to my friend's house. As I rolled, car stops like this in front of me.
Holy shit.
So like this close to fucking dying. Then I've never seen this person before in my life. Never heard anybody else figure out who the fuck it is when I've talked to people around my area. But there was this French guy, and he had a beard. Very, very gray beard. He was walking around town. And I live in the shitty slums of fucking upstate New York. Like a shitty small town. This fucking French guy. No idea where the fuck he comes from. Oh, why are you guys not standing around him? Are you fucking idiots? Stand around him so that way he doesn't get hit by car. Like, sir, I
Meat shield.
Did you miss what just happened? I almost got ran over by a car. So I finally get up. Everybody carries me over to my friend's parents' house. And I'm sitting there. She was like, I don't know if she's black or Mexican. My mind's fucking up a little bit. But she runs out of the house. Zach, what the fuck do you think you're doing sitting in front of my house with a broken arm like that? Your mother's going to fucking kill me. She's going to think that I'm ghetto and shit and I beat your ass.
Guilty conscience. My God.
It's like, fucking hell. She's like, just go home. Okay, I'll go home. Fuck. Also, fucked up. My arm broke up, not down. So it went like this.
Oh, yeah. I guess from the forward momentum, it just kind of folded on you.
Well, that comes into play here. So this is how bad my arm was broken. I sat down in a living room chair, big cushy fucking lazy boy. Mm-hmm. And I grabbed a bag of peas out of the freezer, sat down, and I could fit the full entire bag of peas underneath my arm.
Yeah.
And I just sat it down.
That is quite a U.
So my stepdad looks at me and he's like, I'm going to go get your stepsister. I'll be back in a little bit. He was gone 3 hours.
Dude, can't you like die from like bone marrow going into your bloodstream or something?
Bone marrow is only in big bones.
Oh, God.
So biceps and thighs.
That's where bone marrow comes from that can...
Most of it, yes.
That can kill you. You know what I'm talking about? When there's like a really bad break and it kills
you? That's mainly your thigh because it'll go through the femoral artery or vein. And
I knew that could happen, but I did not know that it's specific, more dangerous in specific places. So you weren't really in danger of that then, I guess.
No.
But still, for fuck's sake.
Lots of fucking pain. Lots
I
of
can
fucking
imagine.
Pain. So the story gets worse. My mom walks out of the bedroom. She's like, Zach, how'd you break your arm? Well, I was skating in the road that you told me not to skate in, and I broke my arm. How long have you been sitting here? It happened 9 o'clock this morning. File left about 3 hours ago, and it's 7 o'clock at night now.
My God, man.
And I'm still sitting here. My mom looks at me, and my mom never called me an idiot, never told me to shut up, never told me I was a fucking asshole. She would tell me I'm a bastard every now and then because I actually am one. But she said, Zach, you're a fucking idiot. I'm like, why? Like, I'm just trying to make sure everybody gets their shit done. Like, what more do you want from me? Yeah, that bag of peas melted at least 3 or 4 times. Who doesn't have frozen vegetables in their freezer? If you buy canned, you have very shit to your taste. I feel bad for you. Frozen vegetables are the way to go.
Frozen veggies are the way to go if you're not having them fresh.
Exactly. They're as fresh as you possibly can get, and you save money, which is big brain.
Did you not have to have surgery to correct that or anything, or rods or anything?
I'm getting there. As I said, it got worse. So my mom brings me to the ER and brings me to the shittiest, shadiest ER you've ever seen in your life.
Cheaper.
Like when I imagine this ER, I imagine those broken ceiling tiles and like shit eking through on Resident Evil. It's that kind of hospital. It's shit tier.
Resident Evil hospital.
So they pull my mom out of the room. They say, his arm has to be reset. She's like, yes, it's you. Like, what the fuck more do you
Yeah, it
expect?
probably needs to be reset. Yeah.
So the doctor's like, well, we could put a block on him. I don't think it's the right choice, which would be a nerve block, so I wouldn't feel anything
Mm-hmm.
because it only works 50% of the time. How the fuck does a hospital only have a 50% success rate in something? I don't fucking understand.
Is
Or
it
we
an
could give 'em a-
inexact practice or something? That's crazy.
Or we could give him a Lortab, an adult dose, and have you hold him down.
I'm guessing they opted for the lore tab.
Yeah, so they gave me a Vicodin and told me to lay the fuck down. Mom, if you're still in the chat, I love you. So my mom's like 500 pounds at the time. And she's sitting there holding me down. They're like, okay, Zach, here it comes. And instead of just fucking snapping my arm back into place before saying, here it comes, they went, here it comes, Zach. And then just pushed really hard. And then they're like, okay, it's almost there. And then I feel them like yank my arm and it just like rubber bands.
Ugh.
They're like, okay, we got it set. And then they wrap it up with all the fiberglass and shit like that. That was not very fun.
It healed pretty solid though, without any major surgery. I mean, yeah, looks like they did a good
I
job.
had two closed arm surgeries. I had that one, and then I had an actual one where I was put to sleep. But there's still a dip in it. You can see it right here.
Overall, looks like they did a pretty solid job.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the injury from lifting boxes, on the other hand,
Not that.
that sucks.
I actually have a scar right there.
That's where
And
they
one
had
on
to
my neck.
remove
Didn't see
those muscles you were talking about.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
When I
gnarly
was
scar,
2
man. Hell yeah, rock and roll.
It's like the size of my thumb. It's about that big. I got some big ass thumbs. When you were 2.
Yeah, when I was 2, when I was 3, my sister pushed me down the stairs, and I'm lucky that I only broke my arm in like right here and then like right here. I broke my arm in 2 places when I was like 3. Yeah, but I'm lucky that that's all I broke. They
Could've been
said
your
like I
neck.
could have died. Yeah, that's what they said. They said he's lucky he's not dead because he's 3 years old and he fell down a flight of stairs. And
What the hell she push you for?
I don't know. She still denies it to this day. Said the dog did it, but I remember her doing it.
But you know
Dog
better than
just
that.
walks up.
That's one of my earliest memories. Is that bitch pushing me down the stairs? So
So you know that it ain't how she says it was.
no, it's not. It's not what she told my parents. My parents were gone that night. We had a babysitter.
She thought she could get away with it. That's why.
Dude,
Yeah.
what's the worst thing you ever did during the time that you had a babysitter?
Oh, I was too young, and
I have a story, which is why
anything.
I'm saying.
okay.
Josh, do you have one?
Not that I can think of. No.
So it was really bad. My mom hired this random bitch that was our neighbor this one time that she fucking babysat us, but she was a fucking dope, like the dopiest of the dope that you possibly could ever have doped. If she took cocaine to make herself high, she would be a 1. Fucking retarded. So my sister's favorite thing for her entire childhood to do was to run around the house and drop kick me in the balls.
Cool.
They underestimate that pain.
And then they feel it twofold whenever they give birth. So it's okay. It evens out.
Good point.
I don't know about that. That's a bad comparison.
Might be more
Comparing
than
birth
twofold.
to getting kicked in the balls, but
All of the times we've been kicked in the balls compared to the 1 or 2 times they give
if
birth.
you add it up, maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
How
what
many
I'm
times you've been
saying.
kicked in the
If
balls?
you add them together, then might be pretty close.
I haven't been
That's what
kicked in
I'm
the
saying.
balls that much.
And I even gave it twice the amount of pain that I felt my entire life. I think that's pretty fair.
That's a pretty safe cushion, I would say.
So
I mean, not necessarily just kicked in the balls, I assume, but like every time that you've been hitting the balls, sports or skateboarding, jump down 2 big stairs, like every time that you got the pain knocked in real bad from your balls,
the worst one is when you're sitting there on the bus and everybody thinks sack tapping is fun, so they just reach over, fucking full arm, smack you in the dick. Oh God, that was the most painful.
I knew a
thing in
dude
the
that
fucking
would,
world.
if you were just standing around him or something, he'd just lean over and flick you right and lefty or righty,
Yep.
and it'd knock the breath out of you. And I also saw him get popped one in the face a couple times for doing that. For people that weren't taking it that lightly.
So my sister would always run around the corner and just kick me in the balls. This time she thought it would have been funny to run and that swing kick that everybody does on like walls and couches and tables and
Yeah.
the thing everybody did on the bus where hold themselves up and just
Yep.
swing back and forth.
Oh, yes.
She ran from one end of the couch and swung herself into the room and just went
Just King Kong that shit.
full body
Bro, your sister
rotation
was a ninja.
into the dick. And I dropped down to the ground. And the babysitter's like, I don't know what the fuck to do. What would your mother do, Zach? And I said
Beat
she
the
would put her in
shit out.
timeout for a half an hour.
That's pretty
That's it?
modest of you. I'd have been like, beat the shit out of her. Get the belt. Hang on, let me grab the cactus. Trust me.
The
Mom would
porcupine.
kill the child.
Throw the porcupine at the child.
Is switches a southern thing, or do y'all got that up there? Grab a switch.
Yes.
That's not a thing
Yeah,
no
that's-
more.
I
That's
was
not
never-
a thing you can do anymore.
I was never
but
beaten.
No,
as
you
a kid.
can't.
you can't do that anymore.
Anymore?
But in the early
Oh.
in '92 and the '90s
on,
when I was
man.
growing up, it was go get a switch.
No,
And they'd
switch
whip
of
your
the
leg
belt.
with the little, you know what I'm talking about with the
Yeah.
like a stem off a bush. You know what I'm talking
Yep.
about, Zach?
Yeah, you got to
Switch.
pick. You can't
It's
get
a
a
green
too
stick.
You got to
big
pick
or
if you get the
stick too
skinny one, it
little.
hurts worse. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Little ones hurt worse. You realize that pretty quick. You can't do that no
Learn
more.
immediately.
That's what that look. Everybody knows. Cloud said I had to get my own switch. That's exactly what
Yep.
Boyd said. Go
You
get
gotta
it. Go
choose.
pick one. Oh hell, I'm grabbing the little tiny one. That won't hurt. Ah, shit, that stings.
It stings a
And
lot.
then they're like, you got a shitty one. Let me go get another one.
I wish
get
they
a
would
bad one
have.
this
Once I got
time.
the skinny one, those things are fucking aerodynamic. They'll whip the skin off of you, damn near.
Yeah, and if you don't pick a good one, they go pick it. Yeah, Zach's
Yeah.
right on the head with that.
I don't really remember like fucking with babysitters, but I do remember being real little one time. I know that we moved to Mississippi when I was in the year 2000, so I was like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So my memories before I know are 1999 and back because it was early 2000. And I do remember that I was real obsessed with Huckleberry Finn, that movie. And I remember the kid pulls out the dude pulls out a knife at some point, and I thought that Injun Joe was the coolest motherfucker in town. And I still remember playing. I told my little brother we were going to play Huckleberry Finn, and I went in the kitchen and grabbed a mean ass knife. I mean, like a kitchen knife, like this big. And I was running around the living room, like jumping on the couch with it and stuff, chasing. Like I wasn't going to actually stab him with it. Like I knew better than to stab him with it, but I didn't know better than to run around like an idiot with it, holding it by the handle like this with the point like this in the air. And I still remember these two little redneck girls that babysat us all the time. Nobody's ever going to know who they are. They're Kyla and Ashley. I still remember they both dropped out at like 16 and got pregnant, which was the norm for this town in Louisiana, Vidalia, Louisiana, the small town I was from. And
Good thing I
I
was
still remember that
15
girl
and
walking
got
in there and
pregnant.
being like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "We're playing Injun Joe. We're playing Huckleberry Finn." She was like, "Give me that motherfucking knife, you little lunatic." And like, I got in big trouble and I got chewed my ass out when my parents got home. And I didn't understand what the problem was because I trusted myself. Like, I was like, I know that, like, they were like, "A knife can hurt you, Josh. A knife can hurt you." And I was like, "No, you don't understand. I was holding it. Like, it was good. I
wasn't
had it under
cutting
control. Like,
myself.
I know they can hurt you, but I was holding it. So we're good. Like, I wasn't going to cut him with it. I wasn't going to hit myself with it. But, like, obviously, me being 5, running around with a fucking knife. I'm glad that, I didn't ever recount that story on any show or anything before I got arrested. The FBI would have had a field day with that.
We have direct intelligence that he chased his little brother around with a butcher knife at the age of only 5 years old and was only pulled off of him by his redneck babysitter.
I can only imagine the yarn that they would spin. Oh, my God. But I don't remember specifically, like, fucking with babysitters.
They could also be like, and quote the movie, and then a monster was born. Michael Myers, also a childhood murderer.
Yep, exactly.
And you guys don't like Michael Myers, right? Well, this is Michael Myers.
I mean, that's really not
This is
that
the
far
new
off.
Michael Myers.
This is Michael Myers Part 2. Have you seen Halloween? We can't let this happen.
The
He's
sad
a
thing is
curse.
that kind of really is how they work, though. I mean, they compared me to Columbine because I liked video games, and had they actually compared me at my detainment hearing where they determined whether or not you'll get bail. Put my mom on the stand, and they were like,
I have noticed some striking similarities between Mr. Pallalt and the shooters of the Columbine massacre. He has a high interest in video games, right?
and my mom was like, "Yeah," and he was like,
In school, he was regarded as being a fairly intelligent individual, right?
and she was like, "Yes," and she was like, and they said,
He's had some trouble with police in the past. Is that right?
and she was like, "Yeah," and the prosecutor was like,
See?
I mean, obviously.
You see?
And I was like, hold on. I
What
play
the hell-
video games.
What the hell are you comparing me to right
Yeah,
now?
like
This
you're
kid is a
saying that I have a
Columbine
good
shooter.
vocabulary and I liked video games and I got arrested for weed when I was 18. So I'm the Columbine kids? Are you
Yes.
joking? And then he just threw his hands up and said, now I don't have a crystal ball, but there are a lot of similarities here. And I remember looking at the judge. It was not the judge that ultimately sentenced me. It was supposed to be, but he had a different assignment somewhere else or something like that. And she was over here like, damn, that's a lot of good points he just made. Wow. Like I just remember looking at her face and she's like, wow, he plays video games and got in trouble with the cops. I didn't know that. It's looking pretty bad. Like it's not this far out there. You know what I mean? Like it's not that heavy. And I got I got in fights when I was in high school and got like arrested a few times and never really any charges pressed on me or anything, just brought down to the police station, released to my parents, the usual thing. So
Yep.
For them to be saying I had trouble with the cops because of that and then basic possession of marijuana when I was 18, I don't know. But
I think
you
it's
called it
funny
right
when-
because that's about how the prosecutors would do. They'll make a bestseller out of it. They'll make a straight Stephen King out of you going to check the mail.
Exactly.
It's funny when
When you wear
boomers
shorts,
don't know about
I would
video games.
I would have to be coming home.
What do you mean?
I'm wearing basketball shorts.
Oh,
Because you're short. No, that obviously means that you have an insatiable hunger for marijuana if you're wearing
Yeah,
basketball shorts.
yes.
Exactly.
I still can't believe that you said that they actually use that against him. That's supposed to be, yes, like,
That was
I'm
on
not
the
even,
warrant.
this is going to sound super broad, but I'm dead serious. That's his First Amendment right to wear the fucking basketball pants and not have that used as evidence against him. I'm just saying. That's
Yep.
his right to self-expression and freedom of speech right there. He can wear some basketball pants and not have that held against him. That's crazy. That shouldn't have even been evidence. And I'm
Who
sure that was
fuck
the crux
doesn't
of their
go to
whole
the
point.
store with a pair of fucking basketball shorts on or a pair of fucking.
I don't think
sweatpants?
twice when I see somebody wearing basketball shorts. Now, just because a lot of my friends that wore them happen to smoke a hell of a lot of weed doesn't mean that people that wear basketball shorts smoke weed. Sometimes people just like comfy shorts.
Exactly. Sometimes, I just want to hang. The best
Sometimes
thing
you got
to
a
hang
free
in-
ball.
Exactly.
You
Fucking
need gym
basketball
shorts.
shorts.
Sometimes
Mhm.
they've just been too restricted. But
Exactly.
apparently that means that you're a marijuana fiend, according to the FBI or whatever. Why exactly did his post office? That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much anything involving the post office automatically federal, obviously, because interstate or foreign commerce
Mhm.
is very broad. Hence me going to the feds because what I said was on the internet, which is an instrument of interstate and foreign commerce. Anything that can, a television is a federal
Yeah.
crime.
Like whatchamacallit. If you even open somebody's mail and it wrongly comes to your mailbox, that's a federal charge.
Yep, that's a federal felony. I think it's
Yeah.
a felony. Tampering with mail? I'm not positive, actually. It might be a misdemeanor, but it is a federal crime,
It's
yes.
huge. Yeah.
I know that there was a guy that I heard about this court. I was always regarded in prison as having the second dumbest case, believe it or not, out of the popular cases of the medium security prisons. The other guy that everybody said had an even dumber
FPS
case had
Russia with
6
2
months. Do what?
Said FPS Russia with 2 months per week.
Yeah, okay. Well, see, we weren't aware. I was unaware of the camps. I don't know anything about his security level prisons. Like, there's a lot of those ones, but I don't know anything about those. I heard about all the mediums and the highs, that people were
Yeah.
coming down to. It wasn't until I went to a low security prison when I went on violation that I actually heard the name of low security prisons because you work your way down, not up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, like, I was unaware of, I knew Talladega had a low security next door camp or minimum security or whatever, but I actually didn't even know a lot of the other ones. But I also told you that it's crazy that we were sitting on that field one day talking about his videos, 100 yards from where he would serve time. But one guy peed on a mailbox, got a public DUI, public indecency, and got 6 months in the feds. And he actually had a history, so he ended up going to a medium high security in the feds. And he had 6 months to serve for pissing. But he pissed. It wasn't a mailbox. I'm sorry. He pissed on a post office. Forgive me. Did I say mailbox?
You did, I think.
He pissed on a post office walking home from a bar, and a cop happened to be driving by. And let me tell you also, this is not the cop's fault in this case that it went federal. The feds get to choose whether or not they pick up a case and prosecute it. He could have been prosecuted just fine at a state level. That would have been no big deal. But because they were technically able to do it because it was federal property, a federal post office, they charged him, picked it up, charged him with the max, gave him 6 months for it. And he went to prison.
And he became a
pissing on
sex
a wall.
offender.
Actually, he ended up pleading out, and they dropped it to something where he doesn't have to be a sex offender, though. But that's what he was originally charged with, was like lewd and lascivious behavior or indecent exposure. I think they dropped it to lewd and lascivious behavior, and that he did not have to register because of that. But still, 6 months in prison for pissing on a wall on his way home. But yeah, no, imagine if he'd got pinned with the SO too for the rest of his motherfucking life, bro, and not allowed to use the internet and shit. Oh my God. You're not allowed to use the internet for the rest of your life because you pissed on a wall on your way home.
So if you won the lottery, but you couldn't get paid in money, you can get paid in anything else other than money.
Sex.
What would you be rich in?
Oh, well, actually, maybe
Jewels?
sex. Gold. I don't know. Oil.
That's all.
Oil.
gonna say-
Oil.
Oil's
Oil's
probably
smart.
a good one. Bitcoin. I'm gonna go with Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. That's fucking great idea.
CPUs.
GPUs.
Yeah, that's a good one
GPUs.
too. Or yeah, GPUs better yet. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Get those
I
like
was trying to
3070s or whatever that people still can't get.
Yeah, one of his shit ton of 3090s, and then this stock up.
PlayStation.
I will say that I also agree that gold
PlayStation.
is a good choice because that is the theoretical value of the money they would have paid you with anyways. you
That's
know?
what I'm saying. Yeah.
So gold
Yeah,
or
you wanna
Bitcoin
go-
because Bitcoin could blow up and you never know. Trust me, you never know.
I think like just being like rich and like an oil prince rich, like having that much oil. That's how much oil I want to have. I want to have oil prince money.
That's some stupid money, dog.
That is stupid.
That's that my
money.
great
That
great
is-
great great grandkids are going to be like the Kardashian stupid
Yeah,
kind of
that's
money,
like-
you know.
It's like Rothschild like rich. It's fucking ridiculous.
Okay.
I would just buy a castle. I think at that point, if I was that rich,
Oh,
I always thought it'd be cool
absolutely,
to
dude.
deck out a castle. Just
Yeah,
have like a
that- dude,
game
that's
room
like-
with like a projector in it, and VR and shit, and a motherfucking
Exactly.
castle with an arcade in that bitch.
Like
know what I'm
no one
saying?
can tell me what to do in my castle.
This
It's
is literally, I'm
it's
literally
my
the king of my
I
castle.
paid
guys.
for this
I'm
castle.
the king of my castle.
I'm literally the king of it. This ain't my house. This is my castle, and I have an arcade in it and a Chuck E. Cheese. And y'all can judge me if you want, because I
Yes,
just went to
you
Chuck E.
must
Cheese for
call
the first
me.
time in 20 years, like 2 weeks ago. And we brought my daughter there, and the pizza was super fire, and they had Guitar Hero, and all the memes died to me because I had a great time at Chuck E. Cheese, and the memes
You
were not
must
true.
refer to me as king. Absolutely. You're in my
when you're
house.
in your castle, that you'd be the biggest dick friend ever, but they still fucking kiss your ass and call you king because you let them hang out in your
The
castle.
question is,
Exactly.
do you de-announce yourself from the United States and say that you're your own castle?
I'm not. They'll go to war against me personally.
I go to war with America.
I'm not pulling a Pretoria. I'm definitely not going to war against America. I'm
You
going to pay my
wanna pull, like,
tax on that
Pull a
castle.
Waco.
Better yet, just stock up, lock the doors, fuck it.
Shit, dude, that's a
What are
bad
they gonna
idea.
do?
I'll probably be shopping for my
We
castle,
saw
like,
what they
like an
they would
OG
do in
1100s castle. Like I gotta go to the
Like
UK
in
to
Waco,
find
we
mine.
saw what would happen. People die.
People
They'll come
die.
get you. They'll do it, and they'll fire first and say you did it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Exactly. Yeah.
They'll
Well,
straight up murder you and say you shot first. Don't worry, the FBI will do it. We've seen them do it.
Dude, should we get on Waco conspiracy theories? Can we please do that?
I'm not
We
even
can
all
do
that
a
into
conspiracy
conspiracy theory
theory.
in general. All I know is them sons
Oh,
of bitches
yeah,
shot first.
yeah,
and
we
they
need
said
to-
that they
Can we have a
did.
conspiracy theory episode next week?
I'll message
At least
one
study
of you.
this week.
Oh, actually, we'll talk about that off air.
Okay. Okay.
My wife's birthday is this week, so we got to figure out which day
Oh.
we're gonna record.
But
I don't know what my schedule is
Conspiracy
this week,
theories
but I'm flying
sound
to
like a good
Florida
idea.
or driving to Florida or something. That's all I know for sure.
doing something in Florida.
Yeah, we're going to Disney, so I don't know what day
Oh,
we're leaving.
nice.
I think it's 2 or 3 days from now.
Okay. We might even be able to pre-record one if we're able to get somebody. I'll see if
Okay.
Wendigoon wants to come on and we can prepare conspiracy theories and we'll have some fun.
Sounds
Josh
Oh,
good.
can
man,
poll
I'm
his
thinking-
chat.
Thinking of what I want to do.
Josh
They
will
know
be
how
like-
I feel too. They know I'm going to be in here being hella skeptical. But
gonna
I
exactly.
think I think that makes for entertainment, though. In my
I'm
personal
going to go
opinion.
pretty edgy.
I look forward to hearing about the stuff. Trust me. By
Conspiracy
the way,
theory.
speaking of conspiracy theory, that's actually where I originally heard about the Chuck E. Cheese pizza sucking ass was from a conspiracy theory video. And then there were memes about it. And then I was like, Chuck E. Cheese sucks. And my mom was like, hey, halfway between us and you is Chuck E. Cheese. We can bring Lynn in there. It's going to be fun. Let's do it. And I was like, Chuck E. Cheese, where they reuse the pizza and they don't clean the machines. And we went in there and the staff was awesome. And they gave us a couple extra tokens that the family before us left. And everything was super clean. And the pizza was delicious. And I was like, this is amazing. I thought this was going to suck.
Well, also it's during COVID. They really kind of can't reuse pizza right now because they're underneath. the
Especially now
microscope.
that or word got back to them about the conspiracy video that I watched, which is what I told my wife. I was like, yep, they heard people were catching on. They were like, abort.
I think they were catching on. in
We
all
made
honesty.
87 million in profit from reusing pizza.
Oh,
That's
they're
good enough.
aware.
Cut. Cook the pizza again,
They-
guys.
They have people that are aware. Like, I mean, they're a
I
multi-million
think
dollar
100%
company.
that shit fucking happened though.
Look, all I'm saying
I
is in
could
the video
believe
that
it
I
happened
watched,
a
they
few
handed them
times,
free
but I don't
sliced
think it
pizza
was
with
like
different sizes of pieces.
I don't
So,
think it was
Yep.
like encouraged throughout their business. I don't
that's
think
a
this
good
was, like,
point. To say that it
encouraged
happened is not
practice.
necessarily. That is two different things. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yep.
To say that it happened is not to say that it was encouraged. That is a very good point. And it wasn't necessarily fucking policy, like don't throw away no damn pizza. Stick that shit back in the oven for 5 minutes, pop that back on the table right now. But they had Guitar Hero, and I
Dude,
was
that was
surprised to see that I
policy.
could
Can
still
you
pass songs
imagine?
on Expert. And we're going back in a few days. Actually, we're going back tomorrow. I forgot. And I'm 28 years old, and I'm more happy about going to Chuck E. Cheese than my 18-month-old daughter is.
That's
Because I want to play
okay.
Guitar Hero.
18-month-olds won't remember anything.
Yeah, exactly. I brought her on the carousel though, and she seemed like she liked that, but that was about it. And they have a machine that looks like it's straight from 1998, where it takes your picture and draws it, which takes 7 minutes for it to scribble a hand. You know what I'm talking about? And it's the worst, lowest quality. It looks like a Game Boy printer from 1996. And and it's made for kids. So me and my mom got in it, and we were like double chinned up, trying to fit in this little baby booth. And believe it or not, I had a great time, man. I got to say, I'm a fan of Chuck E. Cheese now that I'm 28. The last time I went there, I was probably 7 years old, and I was like watching YouTube videos and buying into the memes. I support Chuck E. Cheese. Thank you, guys. I had a great time there.
Exactly. Support Chuck E. Cheese. Maybe they're a sponsor tomorrow.
Exactly. You never
Maybe.
know.
Zach, when do kids start remembering things? When do you have to worry about that?
Think of it this way. When's the earliest you remember?
I mean, I've thought about it that way, but like, I don't know. I just want to ask from like a parent's perspective.
I think
don't
on
know if I'm
average is like
different.
anywhere from 4-ish. Sometimes a little earlier is when
Okay.
there's really solid memories, right?
And no matter when you do it,
3, 4.
don't fuck up your kid the best you can.
Just assume they're going to remember everything. It's probably a good way to face it,
Packard says the earliest they remember is 3 weeks ago.
I know him pretty well. He's probably telling the truth.
3 or 4. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I would think 3 to 4 is when you start really having some concrete memories, and before that, it's kind of the primordial ooze, if you will, of memories.
Or people
like
just telling you.
My sister
happen.
pushed me down the stairs when I was 3, and I remember that. So
there you go. And sometimes, it takes a big event, and people remember stuff like that. Yeah, my wife remembers like from age 8 for some reason. I personally think that she is mistaking her ages, because sometimes me and her mom will be talking about it and stuff, and she'll be like, "You weren't 9 when that happened. You were like 5." And she'll be like, "Oh, really?" But I think that on average 3 to 4 or so is probably where my earliest memories are. And I also have some memories that are just like super hazy from houses I don't recognize that I know weren't dreams.
Yeah.
Just I have very early memories of like my first, like the first house I was in, like my house I was born in. I wasn't born in the house, but you know what I mean.
Right.
Where you're from, that's old hat. That's every day.
Like I can just, I don't know, but I moved away when I was 4, but I still have a lot of memories of that house.
When we moved to Mississippi, like I said, was the year 2000. I was 7, if I'm not mistaken. And I remember everything about that house that we lived in from when I was 2 or 3 until then. Maybe even 4. I remember the house clear as day.
Yeah, I remember the layout.
Pattern of the carpet, the kitchen, the blue room, we called it, to the left.
I
remember the little bunny in my brother's room that they had. I remember like everything. And I was 7 when we moved away.
Oh, okay.
And I still remember trying Super Mario 64 for the first time in like 1996 at my buddy Woods' house across the street. And I was like, this is it. This is the last video game console that's ever going to come out. Humanity has reached its pinnacle of video games, because I had a Super Nintendo and he had a Nintendo 64. And I shit myself. And I said, this is the coolest thing. It looks like a movie. It's hyper realistic. These graphics are outrageous. Look at the sky. This is incredible. And the cops got called on me because I forgot to go home and tell my mom that I was across the street playing at Woods' house. It started young. It started early.
I had something happen like that. I was playing Halo. Like first Halo multiplayer on the original Xbox with my friend, and we were in his basement. And we couldn't hear the door knock or anything. And apparently, my mom was like freaking out for the last few hours because she didn't know where I was.
Meanwhile,
gaming.
Meanwhile, I was playing Halo. Just
gaming,
jamming out, and like,
why are you coming at me when I'm playing Halo?
Yeah, we came upstairs because they came home with Taco Bell, and they were like,
I had to go up for Taco Bell.
You're here, like your mom's looking for you right now, and I'm like, what do you mean? Like I was just
I literally never left.
Yeah, I was like,
I literally was there.
I literally do the same thing every day. I'm like 6. Like,
what do you think? I went to a fucking party?
Fuck you guys.
I think I'm doing
gonna
blow
go
on the
play
streets.
Call of Duty.
Oh, that was a Yeah, I got in trouble for that. Not a lot of trouble because I didn't really do anything, but
Avoid your grounded.
yeah, I was grounded for a little bit.
Oh, not grounded.
Yeah, grounded sucked.
Josh got grounded while he was being grounded.
But when I was grounded, I was still allowed to watch TV. And
Shit, I wasn't.
Yeah, at this age I was. It's when I was like 8, and I watched like a lot of Dragon Ball.
That's because if they take TV away from you, that's punishing them.
That's true. You're gonna be all up in their business. You're gonna be all in
true.
their shit.
We had TV downstairs, and so like that's where I would watch TV.
I do a tier system. So like first I will take away my kids' video games.
Ooh.
Video games go away first. No Switches, no PlayStation. And then comes TV. And then comes you're sitting your ass on your bed. You're only to get up to go to the bathroom and then
that makes
eat.
sense.
Different degrees, yeah. It's almost like getting your clip moved. Do you remember the clip system in school? Did y'all have that shit? The clipboard. You're in the blue, but if you get a warning, you're green, then yellow, then red. I mean, it's pretty balanced in my opinion.
I was a blue boy.
You know what's fucking stupid about
I was when I was a
today?
red clip. Get your parents to sign ass, dude. Do what?
I don't get it that like in schools today, if you defend yourself in a fight, that like you then get in trouble for defending yourself.
Both get arrested.
Both
broke
get in
somebody's
trouble.
orbital
That's
bone.
fucking stupid.
Yeah, I remember you telling us about that, Zach. Yeah.
Yeah, I got jumped by 5 people and literally got in more trouble than they did.
Yep. Exactly. That's how it's set up. I'll tell you this. I don't have a son. I would like to, but I guess I don't know what they're doing nowadays, but I'll tell you this. My son is going to know if somebody's fucking with you.
Yep.
If you're in the right now, I got your back. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to get in trouble if some dude comes up and pushes you down and calls you a bitch or something. You turn around and swing on the guy. That's fine. It's when you're picking the shit. That's when you're in trouble as far as I'm concerned.
Dude,
when you're the instigator or the aggressor, then your ass is grass. But if you're defending yourself, man, it is what it is. I don't care if it's 2021 or 2030 or whatever it is then, man. If somebody's giving you shit, punch them.
Exactly. I told both.
And I'll back my son up on that, you know, and if the school has a problem with it, I'll say, you know, I'll handle it from here, but it is what it is.
What was it? Some kid threatened my son that he was going to come here and shoot him or something like that.
Did he go to the feds for 6 years? Fuck's sake.
No.
Yeah, goddamn.
I walked into the school. There's nothing we can do. I said, then I'm going to look you dead in the face when I say this to my kid. Nick, come here. I called him in the principal's office. Well, I called him over to the phone. I said, you guys are going to hear me tell him this. Number one, I want you to go in that school and beat the fucking kid's ass. Make it so he cries for his mommy and he pees his pants and runs away, and make sure that that kid is not fucking liked.
Make him make sure he's scared of you too.
Make him the bitch. Stop being the nice kid. And you will get in no trouble, no matter what the school decides to do. I will back you up 100%. I will make sure you're okay. And
the school didn't get involved in. You figured then they'd call the kid and be like, "Hey, listen."
Oh, they did.
Of course. Now they're like, "Oh, we got to get involved now." Yeah.
Whenever there's a fight in school these days, the school always has to get involved. That's what I mean. Like they are. No, very
I called the
serious
police.
Oh, you called the police.
I called the police. Okay.
Well, usually like school police are like involved in every fight now, like at school. So
okay, I'm going to say this in the most non-PC way possible, but how many special needs kids do you have to hear say, I'm going to do something to another kid? Especially when that involves a gun.
Oh, yeah.
It shouldn't transmitting in interstate and foreign commerce threats to kill and injure the person of another, and it is illegal. I would just like to point that out.
Person to person. That is second-degree harassment.
Oh, wait. Yeah, it wouldn't be interstate and foreign commerce, but it would still be it's still illegal if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It's still something that can be constituted as a true threat. It's still the same thing I did, but without RuneScape. If anything, that's a more tangible threat because it's actually personal.
Yeah.
What I said was to a third party in Virginia about a fucking school 10 states away from him, you know?
The way that everything happened was the parent called my wife and started bitching her out and everything else. She had to file a police report for anything to happen, but he was going to be picked up that night. He was going to have major harassment charges pressed on him and everything else because he didn't tell his kid that he was wrong.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I can't be surprised if I have a son and he says that one day, but he's damn sure going to get to talk about it. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you a little story about Daddy when he was 19, bud.
You're
This
okay,
ain't how you
folks.
handle your bullshit. All right.
Yeah.
And then
This ain't
then
how
I
you
joined the
handle
show,
it.
Real Men Talk Shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to talk some shit. Now I really talk some shit.
I talked the wrong shit one time, and that's when the story gets weird.
Meanwhile, this was my motto my entire life. Somebody was going to step up to the 6'4" kid in fucking 8th grade. There was a problem.
We're 6'4" in 8th grade.
No, I was like 6'2".
That's still pretty big.
Still.
for 8th grade.
Still, dude. I knew a kid like that, and he ended up being a D1 football player. So
I'm long and dangly. Sorry, it doesn't work like that.
I'm
I got like
5'11".
a-
My
Should've
wife
just
is
gotten-
5'10", which
you
is
should
tall
have gotten
for a
on that
girl.
TRT. Should have gotten jacked like Kyle.
My wife's
I
5'10",
can't.
and people always tell her
You
to
can't.
ask her if she played basketball.
You'd be surprised what you can do. You can do a lot.
I have to wait for my neck to heal first.
True. But you can do a lot. I'm just saying.
I
Don't
could be
hold
one of
yourself
those.
back.
I could be one of those long, lanky, fucking UFC fighters that fights at 110.
Because you got a crazy reach and nobody can get near you.
Yep.
I have a guy in my Twitch chat, a real good friend of mine, Dylan. He's 6'6" or 6. I think he's 6'7" actually. I might be lying, and I'm not trying to meme. He might be 6'9". Anyways,
Damn.
he's a tall dude. And his response, because as you can imagine, he says everywhere he goes, somebody's like, "Did you play basketball? You should play basketball." Heard
That's what
there,
I
did you
was
play
thinking.
basketball? And his best comeback that I've ever heard come out of him is, "You should play mini golf. Do you play putt-putt golf?" That's
a good comeback.
That's a good comeback. He's like, they're like, "You're so tall, you play basketball. You're so short, you play putt-putt golf."
Yeah.
And they're like, "My bad. All right, that hurt.
Damn,
Ow.
it'd be like that.
Okay, I didn't know I was all right. Shit."
Dude, I know how many times. I have no idea how many times I was asked how the weather is up here.
You spit
Sorry.
and say it's raining. It's raining down there.
It got to
Spit
the
on
point where I came up with things for girls that were too short to say back to them. This one girl,
Oh,
she was like 2 grades lower than me. She's like, I want to date you. To the point where she was flashing me her titties on the bus.
Okay.
She was trying to
I
climb
told
up
her.
that beanpole.
Yeah. Real legitimate beanpole too. So I told her, I was like, you have to be this tall to ride this ride. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
How tall was she?
And she said, "I'll make an
She
exception."
wasn't even nipples height.
She said, "What if my sister rides with me?" Bound chicka. No, I'm just playing.
Why'd you deny her? Why didn't
Too
you
young.
fuck? Come on. Oh, too
Too
young.
young.
Wait, how old were you?
I was like 16 and I was like 15 and she was like 13.
Good grief. She was one of those
Okay.
girls, huh? One of them Dr. Phil girls, are they?
I could have been a
That's
Dr.
what
Phil
he- yeah,
girl.
that's
I
what
was
I'm thinking.
14.
He's one of those
Doctor.
bad babies, or what you call them, right? Catch me outside. How about that? One of those, yeah.
Yeah.
Catch me outside.
I'm catching
Oh,
up.
you
I'm
were-
catching.
you
I'm
were in
learning about
prison
these
for that.
things.
I
Yeah, I
about
was,
to
and
say,
I
you were
was
in prison.
shocked to find out that
Damn.
was the same person, the bad baby rapper, singer, whatever, and her. I did not know that was the same person until
Doesn't she have an OnlyFans?
quite some time after. Probably.
Probably.
They all
I'm
have
just gonna
OnlyFans.
assume that. Yeah, I don't know for sure, but I'm gonna say yeah. I bet yeah, she does.
They
But
all
I
do.
was like, you guys made that thing famous. I had
Yep.
nothing to do with this. I was in prison. I was not contributing to this. I leave you guys alone for just a couple of years, and I come out and y'all are doing shit like this. What the fuck's
God damn
going
it,
on out here?
society.
Y'all made this thing famous over a meme, and now you all have to live with the consequences.
me
Now I'm
outside.
getting this
How
shit
about
in my
that?
fucking YouTube recommended because of you guys. This is ridiculous. I demand a refund. It's fucking awful. Y'all made her
Yep.
famous. That's not my fault, man. I blame you, Void, and you, Zach. I wasn't free. I didn't get to protest this.
Hey, I was like 15. So
I said
I guess I am to
the kid
blame.
should have been put in detention, but that was me.
I spent
You lagged for
a
me.
pretty good bit of time there, and I still wound up in prison. So
Yeah,
maybe
spent
I
a
should have
lot
gone
of
to Dr.
time.
Phil's farm. Didn't she go
Yeah.
there and she said, people were
Ooh.
dying and stuff, or one of the
Yeah.
people there got murdered, and
Yeah, and there was a lot of SA and all that shit.
send them to the ranch. And then Dr. Phil comes out and he's all, no, I just want to let everybody know that I'm not even affiliated with that ranch. It's not my ranch, Dr. Phil's rehab ranch.
Exactly. So I feel like I'm about to pass out and fall asleep.
I'm pretty tired myself, man. It's been a long day for me.
Make
Boy
sure to
looks like he's
check
ready
out
to game.
Robin Hood, Blue Chew, because we want to make sure to be veiny with us.
Get better cocks. What do I have to say?
It's easy.
It's just easy.
Exactly.
And that's just the summary for the show tonight, I think, guys. Get better cocks,
Exactly.
How better
cocks.
can
That
we
might
sum
be
it
the
up?
title.
Get,
Has shit been
get better
talked?
cocks. Can we?
I think real shit's been talked. Let's see
I
if
think
fucking
real shit has been